Let's go ahead and look at this as we're a customer to the store. So we're going to go ahead with our demo product here and choose Add to the Cart. Oops, colors required. Let's go ahead and choose red and the size for an extra large. Add to the cart. So now we see our cart, and we can go ahead. Oops, I really wanted to buy 2 of these. And we'll update the cart, and now we'll go ahead and check out. So our particular store isn't obviously configured right, or else we wouldn't get this error. I'll have to go ahead and make that correction. We have it so that guests can check out. The option is also to allow people to register. The advantage of registration, of course, is that people can go ahead and log in over here on the left, and they can check on their order or see what they ordered last time. But we're going to go ahead and choose guest checkout at this point. And here you would go ahead and enter all your personal information, address, county, region, choose that your delivery is the same. And then when you've completed this, we'll go on to delivery details, method, payment, and confirm order. Pretty straightforward stuff. All of these options can be changed to your specification. Let's go ahead and add a new product to the store. We're assuming that we're already checked in to the back end, and we're just going to go right to the home page, and we're going to go ahead and go to the Eshop dashboard just to make it consistent. And I'm going to go to the products, and we're going to choose new. Needs to be a name, of course, as I said. None of these other things are required, so I'm not going to go ahead and fill them in. Has to be a SKU. We're going to go ahead and put it in the Canon, and we're going to go ahead and say it's a digital camera. Otherwise, it's not going to be in the category area of the additional products. We don't care about the cost. I mean, we do, but mostly we just want to make sure that we have the price in there. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we just hit save. Product successfully saved. So let's go ahead and go to the front end of the site now. And I'm going to go back to the shop. And here's our test. Image coming soon because we did not put an image in there. If none of your products have images, we can choose to have them not display at all. This particular image could be a logo of your company or whatever else you want. But you see, adding the product was as simple as that. And so now it's available to go ahead and look at. Had we filled out this other information, it would all be there. But since we didn't, it just has these particular specs that we have configured to be displayed. And we can just go ahead and simply add it to the cart and go through the whole process. Let's jump again back to the back end of the website. And we are now in the Eshop dashboard. We're going to go ahead and look at the sales. So let's go ahead and look at the orders. And we have none since we haven't completed any. Short of boring you with the whole thing, I'm going to go ahead and make an order. So hold on. Okay, I went through the shopping cart as a guest, and when I completed it, my order has been processed and an email was sent to me. And as the purchaser and also as a store owner, the email was sent to me saying, hey, you've got an order. And you can see I've gone ahead and put in my information as far as my payment information, my shipping information. I bought 2 of those cameras. I bought 1 of the test product, and my shipping rate was 10. So here's my grand total. And in this particular case, in order to test the store, and of course if you allow your users or shoppers to pay by check, they have gone ahead and chosen offline payment. And so the email that I would receive as the client would give me information, and even on the card itself will give me information on how I can send a check in to pay for these items. But let's go ahead and look at the back-end admin area of the store. I'm going to refresh my screen, and I'll see now that my order has been placed as a customer, and it is pending because it's not paid for, what the total was, what the order number is, and I can go ahead and edit it. Let's take a look at it. So maybe I want to make some changes, like perhaps the pending, perhaps the check came in, or perhaps the person has decided not to do it, etc. So I could go ahead and say it is now processed. I can also say it is shipped, etc. So when I change this status, I can go ahead and send an email to the customer. So if you want to say it's confirmed now, then that would send an email to the customer saying we got your check. Or if it's shipped, then that would send an email to the customer saying your order has now shipped. And if you're using a shipping service, UPS, etc., you could put in the shipping number and the URL so that they can click on a little deal and see where it is in the process. All of this, of course, for very simple stores, no need to do, just there as options for you. Now I went ahead and put in a particular comment for my delivery person, which said, watch out for my goats, don't let them out, please. So if the delivery person comes up to my gate and I have my goats out grazing, which I often do, then I want to make sure that they know that that they might be there, and that I'm not going to be super happy if they go ahead and let them out. So this is my IP address. That can be helpful. This IP address is generally attached to a geographical area, so that's something that if you wanted to look up, perhaps this person has put their address, the customer details, as being from the United States, but yet their IP address is from China or Russia. That might be something of interest to you. This would be also where you see that you can go ahead and adjust these things. So if in the end you find out this person's last name or email is wrong, you could go in here and correct it. And of course you would hit save, or if you're done, save and close. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the reports available to you. So here we are still in the eShop dashboard, and we're going to go to the reports and let's just look at them. So we're going to go to the orders. You'll see we have our one order here, and it just gives us an overview about it. And there's of course general ways that you can filter them by date, by weeks, by all order statuses, and then clicking go will go ahead and sort all your orders that way. Let's take a look at viewed products. So that might be helpful to you to see how many times some of these particular products were viewed, help you determine what's more popular. And purchased products, so it has the products themselves and how many times they've been purchased. Again, sortable by date. Go ahead back to our orders here, and you'll see that we can go ahead and download an invoice for particular orders. We can also export this information. Oh, it says there's no data to export, but I'm sure there is, so let me look at it. Okay, well, I'm under the sales, and I've got my orders here, and I've check mark my particular order, and now I can go ahead and download it as a XML, which you will not probably want to use, but download as CSV, which is what is opened in most spreadsheet programs like Microsoft Excel. So we would just choose to go ahead and download. You see it's right here, my orders, and I would say OK and open it in my Excel file, or Excel software rather. And of course you can go ahead and sort it in any way you'd like as well.